Moving on now to our daily coronavirus update. Big news in Israel's COVID-19 response team. The Israeli coronavirus czar, Professor Ronnie Gamzu, is being replaced, and his replacement has now officially been named. Beginning Wednesday this week, the role of official Israeli coronavirus commissioner, or czar, will begin transitioning from Professor Ronnie Gamzu to Professor Nachman Ash. Ash, having served as the former head of the IDF Medical Corps from 2007 to 2011, as well as the former head doctor for the Sayeret Matkal Commando Unit. Gamzu, for his part, will then end his term in the role on November 13, just 4 months after assuming the position. Though reports are saying that he was always committed to leaving sometime in November to return to his job as the head of the Tel Aviv Soraski Medical Center. Promising pedigree aside, however, the question is whether Ash will be able to continue the downwards trend in infections put into motion by Gamzu's now famous traffic light program, especially given the new spike in infections in the Israeli Arab sector following a supposed surge in weddings, as well as the government's decision to further ease lockdown measures by as early as next week. Deputy Health Minister Yoav Kish even explaining that the decisions may come at a cost.
את צודקת, אני גם הלוואי והיה אפשר לפתוח את הכל, אני גם בעד לפתוח קניונים, הכל טוב, אין שום בעיה. הבעיה היחידה היא שככל שאתה פותח יותר דברים, אז יש יותר התקהלויות, אתה מגדיל את הסיכון, אתה מקטין, ההר עולה כלפי מעלה, והשאלה הגדולה, האם אתה לא במעשה הזה בעצם מקבע שיותר אתה לא תרד בתחלואה, ואז לא יעזור 5 שלבים, 8 שלבים, אנחנו נשאר על השלב הזה.
Meanwhile, Israelis are also eagerly waiting to see if Ash will enact any changes in the government's pandemic response, given a new report just released by the State Comptroller's Office, which focuses mainly on the period between July and September. The state body now blasting the government's handling of the virus over the summer, saying that COVID testing has suffered delays, that the Education Ministry is woefully unprepared to support remote learning programs, that the Shin Bet and police tracking programs were failures, that contact tracing apparatuses are inefficient, and that on top of everything else, Israel is unprepared for the coming winter flu virus. Still, the Israeli Health Ministry on Tuesday is reporting just a 2.1 positivity rate, the lowest overnight positive infection rate since June, with longtime COVID hotspot and ultra-Orthodox city Bnei Brak even now turning from a red city to a green city. The new active number of cases in Israel then likewise dropping now to 12,890, with just 780 new overnight infections, 483 people remaining in serious condition, and the death toll rising to 2,452. Several COVID wards open for the last 6 to 7 months are even now being closed. Hadassah Ein Kerem head Professor Dror Mevorach announcing the welcomed closures on social media.